OG's turn to pick.
For VGJ.
Well, you can't trade against the Bane. Like, I don't think any hero can trade versus the Bane.
Let's see what OG have in mind to deal with that lane, because they've got a Tusk +1, so they can kind of secure that lane with the ice shards, but we haven't seen like the Dooms do too well against the Morphling plus Bane type lanes. They just get zoned out a bit too hard.
Yeah. Like, Doom's great once you get level 6, but until then, like, Morphling will just deny every single creep against you if he has a partner.
I feel like they need to find like another hero that can kill here. You talk about like not being able to trade with the Bane. The answer that people have been coming up with is like, all right, we'll just kill him. And like with the Tusk, they can maybe do that. I don't know if Lesh Tusk, and since you say they like to run in the core anyways, it seems unlikely they do that. I don't know. What else is like super strong off?
I'd like to see him just pick some big teamfight hero like a Underlord. Even though a combo with the Tusk, it's just this hero that we go to the lane, get some farm, and offer a lot come mid game. Just profit though.
I forgot that hero did get left all the way through.
Fly has been playing.
He's been playing
like this hero a bit more
playing a lot, yeah.
The off lane.
I think that probably is just support duo Tusk Mage's Prophet S4 for Leshrac. And that is one hero that does decently versus Bane. You just right click him, usually with Orb of Venom and 2 treants, and even Bane can't trade versus that. It's like 73 or 63 base damage on Nature's Prophet.
And for Morphling, can't get a Stout Shield against them. They're gonna have some trouble maybe.
I think we might see a lot of lane swaps. We haven't been seeing like that many of them in any of these games. They just, I think these early levels are so important. Yeah, they're like, even if you have a lose, do it, because for some reason winning games doesn't win you games anymore. I saw 2 games in a row. Mineski OG. Mineski won their lanes. 3 lanes in one game. They still lost the game.
It seems that like 10-minute stage matters more than 5 minutes or something.
Which is way different from what a month ago. All these patches, they just changed stuff.
Everyone's picking the strongest laners possible for a little while.
Being able to like get those bounty runes too, it's like a real objective. If you can secure, I've seen a couple games where people have been securing 4 bounty runes at the 5 and 10 minute mark, and they're so far ahead. It's nuts. It's like a 2,000 gold swing sometimes.
Yep. Especially, I think at the 20-minute mark, they're worth 110.
Yeah.
So you get, what is that, 440 for every single person?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
They're going to get the Underlord, so snaking, this is the same, they had Clockwork with Underlord yesterday, and it's kind of just like Clockwork, you know, he cogs the lane, Underlord gets some farm, and Clockwork very quickly roams to the safe lane, so they can like tri-lane the Morphling and get kills.
He went hell with a Dominator, I assume.
He was running his creep around everywhere, trying to find Dark Rift ganks, like he was doing some fun stuff, yeah.
Fly, what do you take here, like?
Tough. I think they want to play fast pace. You're against this Morphling, man. You want to just like run down towers, push very fast this game. Like Death Prophet would be great, but they banned it themselves a lot earlier. Maybe they get like a Dragon Knight type hero.
Yeah.
I like DK.
DK can lane in the side lanes, even safe lane it. Leshrac could theoretically safe lane or go off lane with Tusk.
You could also go Viper, I guess, as well. It's sort of that magic resistance to deal with Morphling a bit. I don't know if it's as good as DK nowadays.
There's also the Razor, which OG like to pick a lot.
OG, yeah, they won a 50-minute game with that Razor. They just took him. They're actually going to do the Drow.
I mean, it's the fast-paced push. It's way faster than I expected, because Drow with Leshrac, Nature's Prophet. This is the kind of draft which can heavily punish a Morph pick if you kind of get rolling. You gotta make sure you don't get bullied too much in the lanes though.
But they do have an Underlord already, and like that's one of those heroes that's pretty good at wave clear. I guess the other 2 supports don't offer any of that though.
Yeah, they don't.
Clockwork Flare, I guess, it's like
The hard thing for OG is they don't have like a pipe builder or mech or any of those team items. Like who actually gets those items for their team right now, and it's pretty unclear.
Like maybe Nature's Prophet, but you don't want like your Nature's Prophet, the Drow are really getting those.
I think you take it in Nature's Prophet 5 now, and then Lesh mid, and then you take another offlane hero here that can get it. The Visage would have been sick. Oh, that would have been good.
That's a hero that actually can go pipe. It's not the worst item to get on him, and would have been a very fast-paced pushing hero, but without that, you could Consider like a Tidehunter type pick, even though it doesn't benefit from the Drow aura. It's very good in those Drow lineups.
What like Brood?
First Underlord.
Yeah, I mean, it already. I think with Drow, you're already pretty much all in. Like,
Yeah,
if you don't like take a tier 3 or something by like 30 minutes in, this Underlord Morpher is going to destroy you.
the Brood, you're all in on two different.
Yeah.
Brood is amazing against Drow Rangers. Yeah, so I think the Brood with Drow is like you're all in on a Drow strat and a Brood, and you can't, you know, go.
Last Drag Matrix prop and Drow, that Brood would just destroyed them.
So see what the hero is going to be. Puck could be good. That's kind of a team fighting hero that benefits from Drow Aura. Storm.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Huh.
This is.
It's gonna be the no-tail Drow, I think, and then.
That's the kind of hero that I'd say suits him.
Yeah. So wait, who's Seb gonna play then? Because that's probably Leshrac, so is it gonna be a Seb Storm? I've never seen it. I'm sure he can play it. I mean, he is very. I mean, he is like the third highest MMR in like all of Dota, so
yeah,
definitely can play it.
And he plays a mix of roles. Like he's mostly playing core when he's playing pubs, but he plays some weird stuff. Like he plays the Shaker core and stuff. Like he knows his different heroes.
I really like this too because you have a Storm Spirit that can now go on the Morph team, and like if he gets a link or something, he can pop it with Nature's Prophet. I think it's really good.
So I'm a little wondering, like, the only thing that sort of worries me slightly about it is it feels like you're kind of all in with the Drow lineup. This is like sort of a get out of jail free card. And I don't know if I love those. Like, I feel like if you're gonna go all in already, just go all the way in. VGJ Storm.
Ember for your war. Okay, it is going to be the Resomorph. That's what Grant wanted.
Yeah, I think that's far better. I mean, Yuar is very good at it, but like in a game like this where you need a greedy Morphling, like, they are going to be pushing you, but Rezo he farms a little bit quicker.
The Ember this game, I mean, it counters some of these heroes in a sense. You've got Roots versus Storm Spirit. You've also got a way to get on top of Drow Ranger, but also it goes both ways. Drow's got a silence. Storm Spirit, if you're going up against him mid, can just easily burn off your Flame Guard with the Remnants. It's not like the easiest Ember game.
It's actually really difficult. Like, who do you want the Ember against? You don't want him versus Drow. Like, Drow can just Frost Arrow him.
Yeah.
How's that matchup against Storm before 6? Is it okay?
It's okay. You get like a magic stick, and you use your Flame Guard to help. If you need to go in for last hits and don't want to get hit by Remnant, you have Flame Guard, so it's not too bad.
I don't know. I actually like OG's draft a little bit more here. I think VGJ, like, if they do make to the 30-minute mark and Resolution has like one death, I think they just lose. But I think OG can definitely just run him over here.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we end up seeing in this one. Game number 1, playoff day. A little bit of a different format for this. We do have a day off tomorrow, but today we will know the winners final as we play through 4 best of 3. So a lot of great Dota 2. Buckle up, everybody. We've got a long one in front of us. And OG versus VGJ Storm. Look at these guys. Yeah. They're ready.
Some crazy results, you know. This was meant to be the China major, but he's still get...
Except VG's like the only one, yeah. I still can't believe LGD really did, like, you win a major versus the best teams, probably Liquid and VP, and now you're in loser's bracket because you get destroyed by an NA team. It is different. Like, it is. You don't see that often.
Not from, like, and when you say by an NA team, people would be like, oh, they lost to EG. No,
that happens.
This is VGJ. No offense to VGJ, but this is a team that was not on most people's radar until
the minor win.
Yeah, until minor. And even then, it was like, well, you know, it's a minor. They didn't even have to beat EG or Secrets. The crazy thing, you know. I talked to Jack. He's just like, yeah, you know, sometimes someone just knocks out all those teams for you, and you're in the finals against King Gaming, and it feels good. But here they are. They've shown they're not just, you know, beating like weaker teams. They actually managed to 2-0 LGD here.
I think when everybody saw that lineup, they realized the potential that it could have. It's like all of these players are, at times, they've been the best part of each team that they've been a part of, I think, in various roles. Like, whether it's SVG as a captain or drafter, or whether it's, you know, MSS back when he was on Shazam or whatever. Like, all these guys, they're players.
I do like it. So Yuar is going to be middle. I'm going to be interested to see if Bane goes middle at the very beginning. I don't think he will, but it might just, it's weird. We're seeing one-on-ones middle a lot again, like almost 90% of the games.
I think Storm number should be 50-ish, like 60-40.
I think like early, right? But then like once you get level 6, she starts taking a lead surprisingly because the Flame Guard levels, Storm can't kill him.
So lane swaps happening before the wave spawn. It kind of this is, I mean, something you talk about. You don't see the lane swaps after the lane merge, but before the lanes, if you scout things out, you can make sure you get the best possible setup, and then you're because it's a side lanes, you can't really walk across the entire map once going down. You miss out on so much golden XP.
I'm really surprised they do. So isn't like, I feel like Rezo might get heavily punished by a Drow or a nature.
With Fly in tow, and he has an Orb of Venom. Like, that sounds really scary, but I guess we'll see how it works out. Look at his damage he's taking already.
Just like that, he farms up the two little guys, but yeah, he's at half HP.
It doesn't feel like there's a good lane for him, but you may as well do your safe lane and use like the pulls and stuff to get the wave onto your tower.
I guess they just want snaking, probably getting a little bit more farm, get the early helm with the Dominator, and then you can start ganking with it.
And I guess it's got Enfeeble, so we're going to see Enfeeble on both these heroes at various times. 95 mana cost, double Mango on SVG. This will give Resolution a little bit of extra space.
Oh, down from bottom lane, they found themselves MSS on this Clockwork, and he's going to be able to walk away again. Just TP's out of there. Okay, fine.
He knew that cooldown perfectly. TP just to his tier 1 tower, so he's right back to the lane with the South.
This just feels like, yeah, it's going to be straight up 2-1-2 lanes. I don't think we're going to see mini rotations until maybe like the 4 or 6 minute rune from middle. If it's like a good rune, they might gank, but it'll be pretty static, and I think this favors OG a little bit.
Well, they got a pull over here as well, pulling a couple creeps away from Resolution. And that's something that they're going to need to contend with. Just like all this aggression, if they shove out the wave and then pull it over to the side, they miss out on some.
Yeah, theoretically with like Drow Aura, these lanes should be OG favored. It's only +3 damage though, level 1 Drow Aura. Probably get another point in it soon, but...
Like, oh, all of a sudden everyone has 12 damage at level 1, you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty good.
That lane is low. This one has damage in every lane, but +3 is pretty negligible.
Well, top lane again, just keep on getting punched down. Even with the Enfeeble going on, like, it's really not easy. And so far, you can see that Morphlane still getting a lot in this, and Drow Ranger's only got 5 last hits, so they're able to make it work.
Yeah, I think there's something, you know, Drow's always going to prioritize zoning the opposing team and harassing over getting a few last hits, and Drow's not the easiest hero to last hit with in a contested lane. But that'll quickly change. You know, you zone out this hero, you keep Rezo back, and suddenly you've got a free farm lane.
There's, yeah, Bane has to run back to the base, can't do much.
Guy. You run back and forth.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing this swing OG favorite if there aren't rotations. Like, Drow Aura is going to kick in over time. We're probably going to see a second point in it now. There we go. So +3 goes to +8 damage. Level 2 Drow Aura making a big boost.
God, look at Resolution. He's down to almost nothing. He's through all of his regen right now. They're going to bring out some more tangos to him. Bane playing the courier.
Yeah, really not much Rezo can do. I'm actually surprised he has 10 CS.
So you are starting to take a little bit of pain here as well. The right clicks onto him.
The Drow Aura Storm has a pretty big edge. Went double null on top of the Drow Aura.
Bottom lane though. They have a trap on S4.
Yeah.
That guy down. And first blood, they tried to go for the snowball save there, Jarex did, but it didn't happen. And they are going to be able to move over to contest the pull as well. Jarex may be in some trouble. He's going to get out of there.
Yeah. Good move from Rezo. He recognized, you know, this bottom lane is, if he TP's in there, he can kind of make a turn and help get these kills for his team. And also will find himself in a lane where he can actually get way better farm.
Mid lane now, Seb though, he gets in a little bit of trouble. They're able to find him with the root and get the kill.
That's a solo kill for an Ember. Like, that should not happen.
Yeah. And he gets the regen rune afterwards. Oh man, that is a huge problem for Storm.
That is, yeah, straight up outplay. Had the early point in Sleight of Fist, which probably caught the Storm by surprise. Able to set up a Searing Chains from a bit further away, and Seb gets outplayed.
Gold lead is still in favor of OG because of how good they're doing in lanes, but a kill like that, you're going to get Yawar level 6, and he might just be able to, like, kill the Ember if he gets level 6 first again.
Yeah.
So is this always the plan then? Resolution goes through the first couple waves, and then once it becomes untenable, as we see Clockwork get ran at here as well. SVG's in the area trying to keep him alive, just barely walking away, and they managed to bait Jarex into a death.
I don't think it was the plan. I think they realized over time, you know, actually sending Rezo top was not a good idea.
Seb? Oh, thought he was going down again.
Oh, this is actually going. This is like near perfect right now for VGJ Storm. Besides Rezo being a little bit under farm, the solo kill middle, and then these 2 kills bottom, like, you're fine sacrificing Snake King's a little bit of farm now.
Good 3-man Shrine up, so all three bottom laners are going to be back to full health and mana. And with 2 points in the aura, snaking is much better in this off lane. So, I mean, perhaps there was, like, look at snaking levels before he goes to fight the drow lane, because he needs multiple points in the trophy aura. It's pretty garbage at level 1.
Yeah. Works out. I think now
lane, kill it.
Oh, God. What? Holy shit. He just got level 6 now, and Storm had level 6 there, so I don't know. As I miss another kill.
No, I think the biggest thing is, right, you can't ulti from Storm out of chains anymore. Like when that was a while ago, obviously, but it's crazy. If he's at half HP, he's almost in risk of dying every single time now.
Yeah, Yuar is having a fantastic game. I think he heard what we were saying about being the weak link, and he's like, guys, come on.
Yeah, when we did say weak link, we're just like, he gets given like the sacrificial role.
We always do.
I've been a Yuar support. I know.
Not you, Grad. Not you, Grad.
Oh, he's got an invis now as well. Is this another solo kill time?
Nah, he has to be harassed down. I like this. You just do that, right? You just flame guard up, get him to half HP, and then wait for the next cooldown. You can do it again. Bane will go down bottom. They're tri-laning finally. That's what you have to do. You have to kill this tier 1 so you can take over the jungle bottom if you're OG. I'm actually
heads top now too.
Yeah. I'm surprised Drow actually doesn't come bottom too. I know it's early, but this tower's for sure gone if you go there.
And Drow's alone top is... Drow's going to die very soon if they don't help her out, so...
There's a Tusk.
They're going to bring Tusk in and see what they can make happen.
Quite level 6 for No Tail yet. Very close to it, but that huge increase in the amount of damage they're able to do. I'm going to keep my eye mid here as Var sitting with the invis. They're also trying to set up there for mid, and Seb's going to jump away.
And just, force him to make that fall off.
Oh, Rezo waves for him forward, but he didn't realize that MSS was going to get blocked off. Can't get in to help his carry. Rezo trying to run away, maybe deciding that they actually can go for this, but managed to find the silence, still jumping forward. Rezo's going to be able to survive through this. The chase forward, Big Daddy No Tail getting out of there, it looks like, as nobody dies.
He TP'd while his flame guard was on, it wore off. Could have been an easy kill, but they just didn't have the cooldowns, and now this might be a turn on MSS.
Yeah. Fall into a cox, but should have this kill.
Yeah. Let's flare off before he goes.
And S4 solo kills sneaking bottom. Level 6 Leshrac, this is one of the scariest heroes in the game when he hits level 6.
Isn't it funny, like, people used to not skill ulti on, like, Leshrac, like, a year ago even, like, for all Dota 1 and, like, a lot of Dota 2, people were like, nah, it's not good, and then they're like, wait a minute, that's a lot of burst damage on a hero.
And he talked about bringing the whole crew. They are all up top now as well. Nature's Prophet is going to tank the tower wall. Just keep on hitting away at it.
They've got Drow's level 6, so this is where they start to push very fast. 28 damage from the precision aura, so it's a global Luna blessing essentially at this point.
They are TPing down bottom now as well, it looks like, and Flag gonna try and get the pressure on with S4.
Yeah, they're just avoiding snaking now. Like, if snaking TP's top, they know they can TP bottom and do a lot better, and when his TP's up, they'll probably just leave that lane as well.
See if No Tail stays on this top lane. I don't think he can defend this on his own. And for VGJ, yeah, you show snaking TP top and you can't defend bottom, but they can now take a free tower of their own because it does not look like OG are able to defend.
They just leave. I don't know if that's like the best trade either for OG, like a 1-for-1 trade for towers with a Drow.
It's tough though, because like that's the strength of the Underlord, right? Is that if he shows up in a lane, you just can't really push there as easily anymore. But yeah, I think that the VGJ doing a good job of matching the tempo that OG are trying to play at.
Well, OG's draft, they push towers, but they also don't defend them well because they don't have that Underlord-like hero. That's where it felt like getting a team fighting on Tide, something tanky to frontline could have allowed them to defend these towers a bit better and threaten the team fight, but instead their team fight is just non-existent.
Yeah, I like this. S4 will continue to just like solo push bottom, but they will TP fly top to defend, and oh, here comes Underlord.
And the push is done.
Well, he's using the ulti early, so now he can, ulti one direction and then TP to another. Say very mobile as a result.
He has a full Helm of the Dominator as well coming out. He's farmed Soul Ring, Helm of the Dominator on snaking 3 players.
Look at this though. They find themselves snaking in the jungle and trying to take him down. Not able to get the Firestorm off with a jump in on 3. They found OG, killed them all up. Big Daddy's gonna fall snaking. Does end up going down, but VGJ Storm fight back in a big way. SVG trying to run away. Jerax has found him, gets the right click, and Seb looks like he will escape, but they make it work.
North having such a good game. He's everywhere he needs to be. 3-0 already. Get this Arcane Rune.
Is Tread's Ember pretty standard now?
I'm seeing a lot more of this like tanky Amber build, like this Treads Blade Mail has become a thing, where you just go for these early fighting builds and then build into like the Mjolnir or even just a casual Maelstrom.
I mean, you have 2 abilities that do insane damage, like what's Searing Chain plus Flame Guard. Like you don't need to build damage for that.
Yep.
Sense.
Oh, Sep low on mana a little bit here. I don't know if Yuar wants to go for this, but he's thinking about it at least.
Definitely could be a kill if he hits it correctly.
Makes it happen. The chains are there. He can chase with the Remnant if he wants after the fact.
Doesn't have any, actually.
Okay. Well, Big Daddy's going to go down top while that's all going on, and now they're going to try and chase down MSS. We do have the ulti coming in from S4 as well as the Wrath of Nature from Fly, and that guy's dead.
I think it's basing. You have this Drower, plus you have the global presence of Nature's probably his ulti, but he can just TP anywhere as well. Like that fight middle could have been a lot worse if he wasn't there. Really underleveled on a lot of these heroes. Like Bane still isn't level 6 at 11 minutes in. Tome had to, like MSS was level 4 like 3 minutes ago. He had to get the Tome to get it. It's just a very low level game except those mids.
A lot of, I guess, early group up and pushes we saw, particularly from OG, but then as a result, VGJ Storm couldn't play that lane and went to the, like, they pushed the alpha towers. Not many heroes playing solo. The laning stage kind of ended very early this game.
As soon as Drow hit 6, basically.
Yep.
And see, it's going to be a Morphling Treads also after the Ring of Health, so realizing we need to get in there and actually fight.
Yeah, I think this is just... I think OG's still okay. I mean, I feel they didn't have the best laning phase, but Rezo is very much held down. Snake King, very farmed. So is Yuar, but at least the Morphling isn't. It's like one consolation.
Yeah. And all of the OG... Well, 2 of the OG cores doing very well. Drow's a bit behind, unfortunately for them, but he's a hero that can enable his other cores, even without a lot of farm on himself.
So, like, to see, right? Drow's used to always, like, dual lane.
MSS is... missed the smoke gank that's coming into here, and they have the Morphling in their sights. Jerax, level 7. Big Daddy's there. He can open with the Gust if he wants. It's pretty hard to get that initiation, though, and it looks like they're just going to have to give up the tower, actually.
No one's showing on the map except, like, just Nature's Prophet.
Oh, wait a minute, though. They jump into this one, trying to take them down, able to dodge the Gust as well. Snowball going to go forward there onto UR, trying to chase him down. They have another round of chains as well, rooting onto 2. He jumps into the cogs yet again in the long duration pushback coming from the Morphling. As the chase now onto Fly. Looks like he might be dead as they do have chains available, and he's gone though. Wow.
And now they're gonna, like you said, Helm of the Dominator go top. This is a free tier 2 now.
They use this Helm of the Dominator Underlord so effectively. Half the time it's not even to go for ganks, it's just to put themselves in the right place on the map after they take a team fight.
This is that one team fight makes it look so bad for OG now. Like they got a decent jump, but you are like on the backside, zone 2 of them out while Jerax rolled in, and I don't know, you are getting those early solo kills. He's so farmed.
The Eagle Septic queued up, already level 11 is...
That's what he's saying. Yeah, he's like... Ember's more of a level here, right? You get maxed out Searing Chains and Flame Guard, you do so much damage.
Level advantage he's got is going to cause a lot of problems on the dire side. You've got level 7 Drow. Lesh and Storm are doing okay in terms of levels, but these are heroes that realistically need a lot of farm right now.
I mean, the thing that's nuts is that it's really like Nature's Prophet is at the same level as your Drow Ranger, right? Like, it's okay that you have a high level Nature's Prophet, but yeah, you need some more of those levels on these guys.
Prophet's out farming Drow by a significant margin too.
Yeah.
That's troublesome.
I think the biggest thing for me is I'm really surprised S4 didn't go for a Yules. And he's throwing drums into Bloodstone. I actually think that's really bad for how they're playing this game.
That's one of those things where, like, Ember goes in, you can just purge off his Flame Guard instantly using that Yule Scepter.
But now, like, they just run at him, right? Like, drums don't give you that good of stats anymore. Like, he only has 1,000 HP.
I guess his thought is it's like, I don't know, he needs to help out his team get right clicks more. Oof.
Wow. Dodges that Gust again, you are on point. And once he gets his Yule Scepter, he's unkillable. They don't have like, a good stun to initiate with. They don't have any stuns outside of the Leshrac Split Earth, and well, I mean the Storm Pull as well, but you're not going to be able to kill him during those, and Leshrac's stun is unreliable, so...
I just realized they picked Storm into Underlord. Like, Pit of Malice is like one of the biggest counters to that hero.
Sep, they find him. Fiend's Grip not quite going to be there. He's going for the Nightmare first, but they still got eyes on him here as They want to be able to find him. The jump forward, the Remnant able to dodge away from it. Doesn't get there on the chains, and he's going to be able to find the root. The hook shot in. They chase him to the ends of the earth, and they take down the Storm Spirit and snowball to try and turn this back around. Jarek, they're going to end up going for the Dark Rift away. And that should be all of them out as well.
VGJ just look like a real good team.
Yeah, they're making all the right calls. Like, they're moving together. They use this Dark Rift incredibly well.
And Resolution's free farming this whole time. That's a 4-man gank while your true carry is just farming. He's gonna have Lincolns at about 18 minutes, which is not terrible.
And arguably the true carry of the Dire just bought back for nothing, basically. Like, that really hurts. And he does have a Kaya, he's got these items, he's going for a BKB afterwards, so realizing they need to get pressure up. If this keeps up like this, I mean, oh no, is he gonna... They've got the sleep now. They're gonna have the... No more Fiend's Grip, but they will have a Chains, able to catch, trying to bring him down low, and a dieback for the Storm Spirit at 16 minutes.
Fly almost saved him. I thought he might have with that 4-step he has, but I just don't know what you do if you're OG anymore. Like, you want to fight, man, but you lose these 5
Oh my god, he smells blood. He's going after Nuttel, trying to TP away, but they're gonna get him caught. He was underneath a ward, and OG lose another.
This game's kind of over in
all ways. I'm pretty sure it's over.
God, you are. He's a monster. They're all gone.
They haven't lost. They've still got 2 tier 2 towers, but I would not be surprised to see an early GG. They're losing this game 4v5 right now while more farms. And
I would say we might see an early GG, but OG is the only team that will not forfeit till the throne goes over, but it feels so bad. I think the only way they can play this now, right, is Nature's Prophet and Drow have to push different lanes, but one of them's going to die.
Yeah, you're against Ember, you're against Clockwork Hookshot. Morphling, once he has a shotgun, is going to be able to pick people up. And how do you split push against Underlord? They sort of keep these back, Dark Rift somewhere. Like, you can't actually win the split push battle. Morphling's going to out-split push you.
Look at the level disadvantage that you've got here. There's 3 heroes that are level 13. They're diving from other side of the world, and they are going to kill off Resolution.
Flagy, he gets punished for it.
It's a bad play by Rezo, and a nice pick off there. You just TP him in, get the good snowball from the Radiant not having vision, easy kill. And they don't get that tier 2 bottom. Looks like they still want to push into it, but I think if you're Dire, you have to defend this.
A numbers advantage now with the Morph dead, but we haven't seen them win these fights even with Morph not there, so
it's true.
Not sure how much that changes things.
I mean, I guess to be fair, the last couple of minutes have been a lot of pickoffs on OG when they've been like rotating to go places, and maybe if they're all together, that could change things a little bit. But
it's just so hard because their lineup's incredibly squishy. Like, who starts the fight? Who's going to be the one running in? Perhaps if somebody gets like Leshrac gets a BKB or Storm. That's why Storm has a BKB kit up, because he knows he's probably the initiator right now. He has to just bowl in to start a fight. No one else can actually start a fight for him. So that really makes it difficult for OG to play any kind of a team fight game.
I do like OG. Definitely has the better Roche taking team though. You do take one fight, Roche is guaranteed. On the other side, VGJ Storm, they take it pretty slowly unless you have a full edgy morph, which you don't want versus Storm.
Yep.
One thing that's so cool, they've got the Crimson Guard fully done on the Underlord, but they've also got a Buckler on top of that on Clockwork. Like, all these little items that are just so perfectly built to deal with what it is that OG are trying to run.
The only problem with that is you do commit a lot to these early ones, which I think, if you're VGJ Storm, I think you do build to the late game now. Like, you're in the lead, you can take control of the map. Don't let OG just continue farming, because they're getting a little bit of space right now.
And they've got 4 heroes, gain some farm. Nature's Prophet hero that can scale and get some items this game. Definitely to be a little bit concerned about. But this Drow is still
so underfarmed.
Well, they spot him there. There's going to be the hook shot in. They do have that 4-step still available. The Cogs push back onto 2. They're chasing. And it looks like if you are moving in the second Remnant, the chains onto both. Got him caught and done.
They try to split up, and Jopar just manages to find both of them right in the middle. That's just, he's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, he is absolutely destroying them, and see them now take out the mid-tier 2 tower. They can kind of fall back and go for Roshan soon, perhaps.
Now they can. I think with those people dead, yeah, Rezo does have enough damage with full Agi to take it, but no medallion on either team. A little surprising.
A bit of a different look.
Dark Rip top, they're going to find S4 here. It's going to TP out from the trees.
God, that's so scary. You just like have him chasing you.
The pick is no tell. They're gonna try fight this one? This seems insane. They've got the ward here and the creep wave chasing MSS, so they have vision of VGJ.
Ember isn't here. That's one thing that they got to be careful about.
TP in though, there's a shrine. Yeah, he already is.
Alright, Resolution gonna have the snowball onto him. Chase, seeing if they can find one, but he's already full strength for him. A long duration stun there. Pit of Malice onto 2 as well. Seb trying to take down the Bane. The bigger fish to fry are going down as it looks like they're gonna be able to find one kill. It's 2 dead. Both the supports already out of there. Big Daddy trying to run. Can they catch him out? They have the Yules. There's the chains. He's dead as well.
Yikes.
Yep, I think you had to take that fight, and like you said, Yawar wasn't there, but he's like immediately when they know that fight's gonna start.
Well, that's almost a radiance on Ember here.
I mean, this is I said the game was over by 30 if they don't start pushing the base, but we're at 20 minutes now. It's a 9k lead.
Yeah.
One of your cores doesn't scale. Drow really doesn't scale. She can't flash farm unless you have like an early Ags or Maelstrom.
Yeah, if this game was even and Drow had like comparable farm to some of these other VGJ cores, you'd say, well, it's not looking good, but there's still a chance, you know, because they're farming alright. But we're talking about a Drow with 5.5k net worth. Ember has almost double the net worth of Drow Ranger.
Yeah, and the other stat is that Clockwork almost has the same net worth as the Drow Ranger. Game is hard.
Extremely hard. And you see, like, MSS is getting Snake King just throws the pit down. He's getting like 2-man hook shots.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't happen. You shouldn't be that close together if you're OG.
No rush for VGJ. In fact, they can't easily push high ground with Ember and just a Morphling with Lincolns and Ghost Scepter. Like, their lineup doesn't actually push high ground, but again, they don't really need to. They've got way better late game. Storm isn't really going to be a threat to them. Leshrac has this Bloodstone, but isn't going to be a game-changing item.
You ran out again. They've got the stun. They've got nothing. You know, I was going to say, this to me feels like it's kind of an interesting test for VGJ Storm, because this is the type of game that sometimes they would have thrown away in the past. As No Tail, oh, he's found out again. They got eyes on him. The hook shot, he misses.
He hits. That's on Snake King. Don't get in his way.
Siege creep block.
Yep. Little mistake there. I mean, not the biggest deal. It's still a nice Gangrel to push in, but I think the biggest thing, if Fly can get a sheep stick here, I think they're in a reasonably good spot. I assume that might be what he's going. He doesn't have anything queued up but wards, but you get a sheep stick and you get it on top of this Ember, you can definitely burst him down.
He just queued it up as you say that. He had it queued up earlier as well, so he wanted to get this as a way to gank this Ember.
Yeah, like, it is a game-changing item. Like, you can kill the Ember so easily if he doesn't go stat items.
Well, he is actually switching it up now. He's got it looks like Shiva's Guard queued up, and you will have the plate mill in his inventory. So that makes it a little tougher.
Yeah. I like that swap by UR.
If he sees the Hex coming, he may even go Lincoln's, because, you know, all he needs to do is survive this game.
Man, that Ember, 28 armor, just with Shiva's.
8-0-10 for his score, top net worth. It's really cool to see him actually do well again. Like, this is a guy that, you know, everybody's been talking about how good he could be, and he's showing it.
Yeah, and that's been a lot of the NA players, and I think that just comes down to SVG. You finally have a captain besides Kyle and PPD who can make something happen. And they're going to go high ground here.
Alright.
Use the Aegis. I don't like wasting any Aegis ever, so I think this is smart.
They have Crimson Pipe, so they're very tanky here.
Seb, he's going to be rooted. They're walking in further forward, and they take him down. There's just never a chance there. They might be able to find a kill here, but the pushback on 1, the catch on the 2, MSS has everybody in his sights. Another Pit of Malice on to 3. With 2 already gone, this tower not long for the world.
Yeah. It didn't look good for Seb, didn't pop his BKB. Ultimately, even if he uses it there, I don't think it changes all too much. Oof. So we'll self-deny. But like you say, OG, a team that doesn't really GG out of this game.
I mean, it's smart. You can talk about things, right? Like, obviously, like, what is going to happen in game 2, because I hate to be the one to say it, but this game's over, like, completely.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you learn from this? Just don't draft Drow lineup? I mean, I don't think Drow lineups are ever good, but they tried something new, it didn't work. You just...
I think if you don't try Drow second 2 games in a row, I don't think this was a massive outdraft by any means. They just got outplayed so badly. Like, Seb getting solo killed twice in the mid lane. They could have had... Like, they didn't get a chance to even show what a Drow lineup was meant to do this game.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, too, where you maybe put a hero he's more comfortable with is... A couple of routes. I mean, they're just all dead. We'll leave it at that. BKB comes out, but it's not really a whole lot of anything, as this Bane is barely going to not even go down. Yep, he ends up dying, but so too will the Storm Spirit. I'm thinking like back to that Tidehunter pick that you were talking about and how good that could have been. As Resolution is going to town and he's going to finish off S4 here as well, most likely. And one last death. GG call.
All right, well, that was a extremely convincing win.
Jay just looked miles ahead of from this game.
They did. I mean, you know, you can look at my bracket on the BTS Twitter, but I had a 2-0 in like an hour kind of thing, and they just have to win in 45 minutes. And VGJ, they really do. I mean,